Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are back with another coloring book flip through and review, and you have seen me haul this book in my recent haul video on my channel. This is a Sleeping Beauty coloring book that I just recently got, and because it's a different book, I don't think too many people have this one. I thought I would go ahead and do a flip through of this one. This is not put out by the Disney company. It's one that I really don't know the publisher or anything, but there's quite a few of these in the series. There's this one, there's a Cinderella one, there's Snow White, there's Little Mermaid, and there's quite a few, Lady and the Tramp. There's quite a few in this series, and they kind of got a little bit of a bad rap on Amazon, and I'm going to explain why. I explained a little bit of this in my haul video, but what happens with this series of books, mainly the reason I guess that it got such a bad review on Amazon, and this is only by one person, mind you, like there's not very many reviews on Amazon of these things. I've seen maybe one or two of different ones, and the bad review, I think it's a 1 star, and it's by the same person that's done like word for word on pretty much all of the books in the series and stuff, and it's just like word for word pretty much. So it's pretty much the same review on every single one of these books, and it's a bad review. And I'm going to explain why. Now, if you're looking for a Disney book that actually follows the story in order, like if you want a story book or whatever, you're not really going to get these with, you're not going to get that with these books. Pretty much what is in these books is just pictures of the characters, and they are variations, like maybe on the same picture, just at different angles or different distances away. And as I flip through this book, you're going to see what I mean. So if you want to practice like coloring, like let's say you got Lady and the Tramp, and if you want to practice coloring Lady and the Tramp, it'll give you plenty of practice, because that's pretty much all that is in that book is just pictures of like Lady and the Tramp. And same thing with this one and the Cinderella one, I think. Now this is the only one in the series that I have. I wanted to just pick one out and see how I liked it, and if I liked it, then I would go ahead and get some more in the series. Now, these pictures are pretty simple. I think it's geared more toward kids, but that's okay, because you know what? There's a lot of room in here to practice some shading, and there's a lot of big areas, you know, and you could really play with it and make it, you know, make it really beautiful. But let me just go ahead and start the flip through, and I will show you what I mean by, you know, variations of pretty much like the same picture, you know. You're going to see a lot of similar things in here, okay? And you know, you're going to see a lot of like Aurora and the Prince, and some of them are, like I said, they're kind of, you know, they're in the same poses, but it's just at different distances and stuff, and you know, at a slightly different angle. And I don't know that this is done by the same art. This is probably done by the same artist, because, like I said, the pictures look pretty similar to each other. And it's a small book. It's more like a square book. So this is something that could be really portable. And if you just want to color something on the fly, or, you know, if you've done a big project and if you're looking for something a little bit more simple, pretty much like mindless coloring, I call it, this is a really good one to do, because we all know what these Disney characters look like. I mean, we all know what Aurora looks like and the Prince and stuff. And so there's just a lot of room to practice coloring her and the Prince. And of course you can do backgrounds over here, because there's a lot of white space. So you can put pastels on here or acrylic paint and make it look like a different setting of the day or something. So, I mean, it's very simplistic, but sometimes the simplistic ones are the best, because, you know, there's a lot of room for you to play, a lot of room for you to get creative, and you're not going to drive yourself nuts looking for all those little tiny details that you got to get a microscope to color in. I do like this book, but like I said, if you're looking for one that actually tells the story, where you follow along with the story, this is not going to be that kind of a book. I think what that reviewer said, who gave it the bad review, was it looked like someone just took the images off of Google and just printed a bunch of stuff like that out in this book. And all right, I can kind of see that reasoning, but, you know, it's just different pictures of Aurora and the prince. We don't have any of Maleficent in here, I don't think. It's just pretty much Aurora and the prince. We got some of the fairies. We got Maleficent dressed up as the lady with the spindle. I think that was Maleficent that, you know, that did that. But mostly, like I said, it's Aurora and the prince. And, you know, there's a lot of her with the birds and the flowers and stuff. But, I mean, it still is a very cute book, and there are a lot of images in here to color. It's not like it is super thin, and, you know, it's not like there's a shortage of things to color in here. There are a number of images in here, even though a lot of them are pretty similar. It gives you a lot of room to practice, so if you mess one up, really, I mean, you're not going to get duplicates, but if you want to practice like the skin tones and the hair, you know, these are good books to do that, because you get ones that are farther away, and then you get ones that are close up, so you can practice with the makeup, you know, if you want to do it that way. So, I don't know, you know, there's a lot of potential with this book. I think the reviewer, well, all right, everybody's going to like what they like, and I'm not going to say that the reviewer shouldn't have gave it such a bad review, you know, because maybe they didn't like it, and that's fine. But I think I would be a little bit more generous. I would probably give this more of a 3 out of 5. And the reason why I would give it a 3 is because, like I said, there are similar images, just at different distances and angles and stuff. So you might get a little bored if this is all you colored in for a while, because, you know, they are pretty simple, like I said. And the paper isn't that great. The paper is pretty thin. It feels more like copy paper. I mean, I think it's better than the Create Space paper, but it's still pretty thin. I do like that it is single-sided. So if you want to use wet mediums on here, just put something in between your pages and just be really mindful of how much water you would use if you wanted to do watercolor, because this paper would definitely pill, and you could definitely destroy it if you put too much water on it. But I think this would be the type of book that if you wanted to just practice like with your Crayolas or your other cheap pencils or something, you could get away with doing it in this book. Although polychromos and stuff would look very nice in here. The paper does have some pretty good tooth, so I think pencil would lay down very nicely in this book. Anyway, I was talking about why I would give this 3 out of the 5. And those reasons are pretty much the only reasons, is because you do get a lot of similar images in here. Some of them are a little bit more detailed. And then the paper, like I said, isn't the best. So between the paper and just the fact that you do get a lot of the similar images. Now this one, it looks like it is double-sided. The last page is a double-sided one. And then you do get a couple of test pages, which is really nice. So you can test your stuff on here to see how it's going to work. So I do like that they do give you a couple of test pages. Okay, and then here is the back of the book. Very, very pretty picture on the back of the book. So between the paper and just because there are a lot of similar images in here, that is why I would probably give it a 3 out of the 5. So, I mean, it is a cute little book. I would recommend it if you're just looking for something Disney themed, like real simplistic to color. And I think after like all the color alongs, now Corey is going to be doing a color along after Grace's gets done. Right now we are on Grace's color along. But Corey is doing a Disney-themed one, and I think after all of the color-alongs, I think I just want something real simple to color. So I'll probably color at least maybe 1 or 2 pictures in here for the color-along. So I'm glad I got this. It's a cute little book. Just know that you're not going to get anything real complex. It's not going to follow the story. You're going to get a lot of similar images just at different angles and different distances and stuff. But it's a great book if you want to practice the skin tones and hair and clothes and stuff. So if you want to work on people, you know, this is a good one to do that with, because there are some close-ups that you can really work on the face and stuff and do quite a lot with that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. Again, I will put the link to this book on Amazon in the description section of this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and better yet, go ahead and hit that bell. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit like. I think I said leave a comment. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.